back again, I'd like to take this opportunity to address the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. Last Thursday, Mr. Chairman, at the behest of Vladimir Putin, the Russian armed forces launched an unprovoked and illegitimate invasion of Ukraine. This action is eerily similar to what the world witnessed in Europe almost a century ago. In the 1930s, the world was slow to react to unprovoked and naked aggression. We must not make that same mistake today, and so far I don't believe we have. By now, it should be abundantly clear to the world who Vladimir Putin really is. He's a tyrant, a bully, and a thug who's bent on bringing a neighboring democratic country into his orbit by force. For 20 years, American policymakers from both parties and across multiple administrations have made a pattern of underestimating and ignoring Vladimir Putin and his odious acts. But today, surely we all see him and his regime for who and what they are. Mr. Putin has chosen to violate the peace in Europe that has lasted for more than 75 years. If he succeeds in dismantling Ukraine or in placing his own puppet government there, he and others of his ilk will be tempted and emboldened to repeat this kind of aggression against their innocent and weaker neighbors. This action calls for a resolute and bipartisan response from the United States and our allies. It calls for a response that supports the people and the democratically elected government of Ukraine. It calls for a response that discourages and deters further aggression, and one that punishes Vladimir Putin, his cronies, and his government for this egregious violation of the norms of civilized behavior and of international law. I look forward to working with my colleagues and with the President of the United States to support the freedom-loving people of Ukraine as they defend their homeland against Russian aggression. And I'm sure we'll hear something about that tomorrow night, which I suspect the world will be listening to with a great deal of interest. With that, Mr. Chairman, I thank you and I yield back.